Hey, welcome back to Toy Haven. Down in the sewers here, different background with this old school Sabretooth, a little reminiscent of the Mutant Massacre issues. So, we have this Sabretooth part of this Build-A-Figure Bonebreaker wave. These are actually the last pieces we needed. So, we will also be, besides opening up this Sabretooth right here, we're going to be putting this guy together too. The Reavers Bonebreaker.
We got all the pieces except those pieces.
Here's all the figures. And here's this awesome old look to Sabretooth. They finally did kind of his old costume. This is, I guess, really old. I kind of prefer the 80s. But let's open him back up and, you know, we'll take a look at some old Sabretooth comics too. Take a look at his, see how he used to look. Okay, and here he is out of the package with his much skinnier look, which he was. Sometimes they would portray him as being a little bit thinner, not as bulky and giant as he kind of later was in the 90s. But he always was tall, and you kind of notice that this figure already isn't as tall, but we'll show him with some other figures later. But why don't we take a look at what I was saying. Here's there's another appearance by Sabretooth, the Mutant Massacre, where he fights Daredevil. So this one's pretty cool. There's a couple, let's see, some spots here with this shorter hair. Kind of, it's got the, he always kind of had a little bit of a Wolverine look too. You know, this, I think this figure is supposed to be more of the 70s, maybe when he fought Iron Fist, but the 80s outfit was always my, it's always my favorite. So there he is fighting Daredevil in the sewers when Sabretooth was fighting the Morlocks. But look, here is one of the, look at this cover, right? This is one of the famous X-Men covers where Wolverine and Sabretooth fight, actually again. And here's him. There's Sabretooth fighting Psylocke here. There he is. Here Wolverine shows up. So see how, I know Wolverine's short, but Sabretooth's still a pretty big guy. But there he is with this. Notice how he has some shorter hair. Unfortunately, this Sabretooth doesn't come with any other accessories, just this, and he comes with, obviously, the Build-A-Figure. It would have been nice if he had some bigger heads. I would have liked him to, you know, what about this one, the Liefeld, where he had this, check out this hair that he had. It's some really, where is he at in this issue? Like there's this, it's kind of his, really had some big hair in this. It would have been cool to have a different head sculpt. Maybe two different ones where he's kind of got a little bit bigger hair. And that's where he gets his back broken. And then of course, his best appearances though, was fighting Wolverine. So he shows back up in the sewers here. After he was, where is it? This is, yeah, there he is, laying after that battle from the New Mutants issue. And fighting Wolverine once again. Wolverine and Cable there. So I would have liked to have seen, you know, because he has this short hair, would have been nice to do another head so that you would have had, you know, the old 80s, 70s, they got that 70s, 80s body since he had that same outfit. But I do like that it shows off these claws. It's pretty cool. His hands are really nice. Look at that, he's got his toes. See his feet there. And here's his very evil grin. You kind of see he's got these. He's got some pupils. They didn't do like the white eyes. And then this piece right here is loose. It can probably come off, but so the articulation's really good, of course, since it's Marvel Legends. I always like how their heads, you can really tilt. I'll give it some tilt up there, so they always, I think Marvel Legends has great comic book hunched over poses. It seems like comic books are, especially Wolverine, Sabretooth, all these guys always have these like hunched over type looks there. So Marvel Legends, yeah, Marvel Legends does really good with that. Alright, well, why don't we, he's missing his arch nemesis. So how does he look next to Wolverine? Let's break out Wolverine here in the brown costume. You understand? There you go.
Sabretooth. What's wrong, Wolverine? No kiss and makeup. Kiss this.
I would like to see him as a little taller. That's him with that. Why don't we look at actually the old school Marvel Legends. Look at this Sabretooth. See how big? I still love the detail in this one. You know, you got the articulation, fingers, he's got toes. But I do kind of like how he's got these bigger shoulders. See, so let's stand this Sabretooth back up. See the height. So it's still, see the older one is still, I think is still taller. He's got the short hair too, but he just looks, he's still bigger. His arms are bigger and everything. So, and they could have just made him, I mean, you know, they can make him lanky and stuff, but I think they should have still did a little bit, I don't know, a little bit bigger. And then, but here is my favorite Sabretooth. I know they don't make much of these 80s, but this one is the select one, and this is the.
He looks cool.
Yeah, this is.
I
the
think that
Sabretooth
will be
with the
my
hair.
favorite too.
Yeah, I love the 80s.
Definitely.
I love this old Sabretooth costume. And let's stand him. How tall is he? Alright, so look at this. So this is the Sabretooth height, I think. You know, because let's stand Wolverine. Wolverine's supposed to be, you know, 5'3" or whatever. It's supposed to be pretty short. And if Sabretooth is, what is he, 6, 8, I don't know, 7, whatever, something like that. Yeah, he should probably be a lot taller when he's like 1.5 feet. All right, but there's some Sabretooths. Actually, you know what? We were missing another old outfit Sabretooth figure. We need to add one more. The original Toy Biz. And he has his scars. And also, if you remember, his eyes will glow in the dark too, which is really, that was a pretty cool feature. They just added. But this is the original costume Sabretooths. I think that's it. I don't think there was other ones like that. So, I always like this costume, so if they keep making, they make more of them, I'll probably buy it. And just for height comparison, how about who's the biggest one that we got here? It's Juggernaut. So here's how Sabretooth stands next to Juggernaut, and look at that Marvel Select. It's, you know, she's shorter than that, but I think the Select kind of works a little bit better with these. That is Sabretooth from Marvel Legends, the new Sabretooth. And now, since we have all the Bonebreaker pieces, we're gonna start putting him together. Alright, so let's take a crack at that. Alright, so there is the Reavers and Uncanny X-Men with Bonebreaker. Just showed up. There's his first appearance. There he is. You notice he's got some red hair in this first time. There's the original team. I know he later shows up with, you know, but yeah, there he is right there. If you could see him, and you know he has the red hair, which is kind of cool. But of course, later on, after they're defeated, he does come back, and this great cover. So here is their, and there he is, right there. Now he's got the white hair. There's Lady Deathstrike and the remaining guys of the team. And there, of course, there's their new leader. Alright, and this was a great issue. There they are again. So let's bring out all the pieces. So what do we have here? So let's bring all this stuff out. There's Wolverine. Waiting for each piece.
Body.
So we got the body.
His hands.
We got some extra hands. His head.
It would be even cooler if these threads
No
could move.
kiss and makeup.
Better.
Kiss
Sometimes
this.
they could pop on and off. It's kind of cool. You could just kind
You see this? So let's say, oh man, it's too high. You just lower it, so
Oh,
this
I can
thing
lower it.
can move.
of. Okay, so the gun can move. Oh, that's cool. So the gun's got some rotation. Alright, so you have to put everything.
So
You gotta
first,
put.
we do this. Then we do the.
Oh, the engine goes in there. Which way does? Wait, does it go the other way? Does the engine face? Or does it face inward? Oh, it looks like it faces inward. Okay, then that. All right, so you're putting everything on one side, and then you're gonna put all these sides together. Hopefully, they all pop together nicely.
Oh. Oh no. And there we go.
That's it. That's the tank.
Next,
So
What
it's got
about-
the barrels on the back of it.
and this is my. If you wonder where to put these, I actually got a good feature. It's like storage.
Oh, I can put his hands in the back, so it's extra hands. Alright, so move over. You're all the way in the center. There you go. Alright, so we snap on. Let me see. Alright. Oh, great. Oh, we left one more piece.
And this piece.
Oh, I think that's it. What's with this thing? I don't know, this little strap on the back is kind of long. But there he is. So he's got. What's up? All right, wait. He's got a. I don't know. He's got his neck piece. He's got that little. Alright, there he goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does his gun fit in his hand? Kind of a trigger, but alright, so his arms move just like any other Legends figure in that.
I see peg holes here.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, so someone could just ride with him.
Take it. There's Wolverine jumping on. Let's see, we got another. Of course, they did release the other Skullbuster. It's pretty cool. And we got Deathstrike. And what else do we? Yeah, and the only other piece that they gave us, so you need another body. Alright, for Reese. I still need to get a body for that guy. But that's kinda it for.
But who's this?
That's one of the other members, but he needs a body. So they made a head. You know, so people would switch off. You could put his head on this body, but that body does not look anything like the character in the comic. So I need to get another figure that matches that guy's head. But there he is. There's Bonebreaker. The tank treads do not move. There's no wheel on it. But maybe we should take a look at. We do have the original one too. So let's bring that guy out. There it is, the Toy Biz version that does have wheels. Alright, so it would have been nice if this, of course, this one's great, but why couldn't they just have wheels on him?
You know what this guy would sound like if he could talk?
What?
Because he kind of like has this thing on his mouth.
I think that's for his microphone to speak in this radio. It's like headphones and stuff. Alright, so we have Bonebreaker, Build-A-Figure, and there is Sabretooth, and the other ones, they're okay. And we should, what else do we have in that wave? I wasn't too excited about it, but there he is, with his sunglasses off. And here is a highlight from the wave, I think, is this Havoc figure. Look at these little things, they spin. I guess that's what you're supposed to do with them. His little blasting effects. And then one that snaps right into this back. But he's part of the wave. Pretty cool. I think this X-Men Havoc figure. Another nice part of the wave, though, I think, is this guy. Okay, alright, I don't think he's going to stop now. Alright, but that's it for the Build-A-Figure Bonebreaker wave. Havoc, Sabretooth,